Kirby Gay Allies is a game for same-sex attracted people because straight men simply cannot enjoy the color pink.
Are you Kirby car fucking kidding me right now? That's right, my genderqueer ugly fuckling ducklings. It's the sequel!
Cause let's face it, baby, these days, you gotta have a sequel!
Back in 1908, Kirby was invented by Shinsuke Nakamura with the sole purpose of making straight people as uncomfortable as possible, until they too started Frenching the homies. He was furious, angry even, and even mad as well, so he immediately removed the kissing function from the game, inciting a worldwide meltdown. But this isn't a review of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. This is a review of what it's like to live with someone who plays Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And that someone is my pee-pee. The story starts with our favorite squishy clitoris getting sucked into the MCU.
Later, bitches!
Where a group of necky-wecky nuzzling yiffers
called the Beast Pack
are kidnapping World D's for slave labor in an energy generation plant. So Kirby decides to trek the land's 6 countries to rescue his ugly little papayas because he's just a morally sound guy. But here's where things go from gene-creaming creepy to shit-farting spooky. You reach the base of the volcano in Redgar Forbidden Lands, where the last few RLDs are being held captive by King DDD. But something's different. Something's off. He's wearing a boar pagan whore mask and skedaddling like an absolute freak!
You're a freak!
Obligatory pet play joke, kink shaming is not okay.
Come on, man.
Someone's turned him into the guard dog of this Metroid Dread-ass Argent facility using a fucking mind control Hitler spell. There's a rainbow in heaven. After knocking him out of his trance, a mysterious door opens, inviting you inside. But suddenly,
automatic language detection.
Jesus Christ, I have never been so petrified by the English language. As you ride to the top, a tour guide explains that this building contains a giant alien who's hell-bent on the destruction of all life, and it's being guarded by the Lion King himself. I didn't know I was playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Once you put his ass to sleep, the creature awakens and absorbs everything like John Carpenter's The Thing. Except way creamier. Looks like we're not getting a Croc 3 anytime soon. Then you climb to the roof, find out you're in Seattle, and run a semi-truck into an alien demon goddess who's trying to crush you with your own home planet. Yada yada. If I had played this shit as a child, I'd have PTSD right now. But while this game's story is one of the most traumatizing in the series,
Everything's gonna be okay.
it also expands upon the lore with plenty of new ideas. Who created Fecto Elf, what the fuck's your name? Why does Chaos Alphalus resemble 02? And finally, is the new world just Shiver Star post-nuclear winter? Install Allies, the boss fight's felt as stale as a biscuit that's been sitting in your cupboard since last Tuesday, innit? Look at Grand Mam, an emotionless robot who stiffly juts towards you like an 80-year-old on Viagra. Or Tedious Woods, who he fucked in the ass a million times before with little to no innovation or lubrication. Or even Tweedledum and Tweedlefucking Stupid, who just run around the screen like a couple of 13-year-olds on Ritalin. Oh my god, so boring, I'm falling asleep just talking about it. Now compare those dumbasses to this wobbly-ass psychopathic fiend who wants to lock you in a cage for all of eternity. Or a demon slut cat who wants to peel the skin off your face like Melanie Martinez. Or even
a gorilla to spin out, who's a orangutan banging.
Look at you, brown unkempt hair, baggy sweater. You've been on AO3 a few times, I can smell it on you. Well, here's a little Y/N action for you, okay? Imagine playing this game for the first time. You're walking up a set of defunct escalators when a giant looming shadow flies overhead. In the distance, you see was that a monkey? You're scaling a cliffside alcove, but as you get closer to the top, you notice that these large roots have pierced the limestone walls. And you wonder if maybe, just maybe, there's a giant sentient tree at the top with locks and a soul patch. This game masterfully establishes atmosphere before every boss fight, and the payoff are these intense battles with characters that are so rich with personality, you forget that you are a grown man with a wife and children. How did Miyamoto watch my last Kirby video? And you know he did because I emailed it to him. How did he watch it and go, yeah, we actually need less variety? At least they got slapperoonie backing tracks that you can chase rodents to when your ADHD is acting up. Attention deficit D's nuts disorder, of course.
This ain't about me, is it?
Oh,
And because you don't have the overpowered ally feature, you can't just stand back and watch them piss their pants and cum their piss within 2 seconds. The little trinkets you collect in this game are way more exciting than the banjo jigsaws of Star Allies. First, there's the Gay Meth Crystals from Space Mario, which upgrade your fetish cosplays.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then there's the Caged Cock Furbies, which erect different shops to explore like the capitalist scum that you are. And finally, these little Mario Party capsules, which contain rare black market amiibo. Unfortunately, most of them are interchangeable, much like those stupid fucking puzzle pieces. But others, dubbed special figures, are only obtained by completing special tasks. Much like how the weird guy behind my high school wanted me to perform special tasks for the capsules in his trench coat. And I mean, some of these tasks are a real pain in the ass too. Something a little gay boy like yourself might know a thing or two about. Hammer Road hit the stakes? Freezing Flight Frosty Ice Trial? Melton Glider? I hardly even know her?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage a comedian.
This truly is the Dark Souls of Kirby games. And it really makes you feel like Batman. I've seen some reviews complaining that this game is as easy as Star Allies, but they must have been written by Kim Jong-un's monkey dick-sucking slut squad because some of these clear conditions are ableist and even racist at times too. There's one for beating every major boss without getting hit. Kirby Cuphead? Bitch! Like, call me a helpless little weak and whiny subby baby. I'm not asking you to, but you can. But Claudeline, she's a little bit of a turf. You know what I mean? A little bit of a Margaret Thatcher. There's one for not getting crushed between the thick thighs of these mechanical compressors. There's one for suffocating your neighbor with a pillow in their sleep. Hell, there's even one for destroying 7 lava balls before they crash into the ground, which is what my doctor diagnosed me with once I got back from Bible camp a few years ago. Let me explain this song, okay? Are you listening? I'm going to. Okay, so you're passing over a bridge under the glow of a clementine sunset, reminiscing on fond memories shared with your childhood friends. Now check this shit out. This is a lonely child staring despondently out a window at falling snowflakes as her parents argue violently in the kitchen. As the volume grows, we see fragments of her life flashing by as she builds the courage to break free from her suburban prison. If a game's music can evoke a full Greta Gerwig-esque movie scene in my mind, you know the soundtrack banging like a couple of bunnies on Good Friday. There's cycling obstacles, platforms to climb, restrictive spaces. There's mysterious ledges and hidden alleys to waddle the D of your Waddle Dee in. Currents to swim against, gusts to sprint against, even religions to sin against. Kirby's flight has a height and duration limit, so he's no longer a vile deity of the sun who can just mindlessly float through the game. Stages are more vibrant, thematic, and memorable, in contrast to shitty Kirby, where everything kind of blended into one stinky little purple mess. This game annihilates every other Kirby game by being the first to have level design. If you're hungry for more content after contributing to PETA's nightmares, why not pay a visit to the Sacred Realm-esque MC Escher Pastel Paradise, where you bust it down sexual style through remixed variants of every stage, in search of the Lion King's dispersed soul fragments.
One thing I do love in gaming is when you return to old areas under new conditions that alter the gameplay.
Enemies are stronger, obstacles are faster, and at the end of it all, you're greeted with a secret final boss, Butterfly Bill. Now it's time to talk about Mouthful Mode, which is exactly what happens when I visit your dad's house. There are so many amazing transformations to make, ranging from cock ring to butt plug to Benoit balls, all of which give the gameplay more variety and character through fun micro-puzzles. Yeah, I know this is just Kirby Odyssey Super Chunga, okay? But if we're not getting a proper Sunshine sequel, the least you can do is let me clean a different island. Something that always excites me about a new Kirby game is the sheer amount of innocent critters to slaughter.
She's got a cane cutter!
One of the new additions being A-Wolfies, who are literally just vibing half the time and couldn't care less about attacking you. Probably listening to that jam of an intro song. God damn! In conclusion, Kirby and the Forbidden Queer is a masterful example of what can be achieved when you give your team the freedom to use their imagination instead of sticking to a tired formula. There is so much heart in this game, ranging from the gorgeous music and beautiful stages to the enemy design and goofy mechanics. No wonder it was Japan's biggest Kirby launch. This game addressed nearly all of my concerns from the last, and feels like the proper sequel to the Crystal Shards that I've been waiting for. So take my wang and throw it like a batarang, because this game gets a cock out of balls.
Low, low, shawty got low. She hit the floor.